Retail analysts say a quarter of the country will be out shopping for last-minute gifts today. While many are headed out of town to celebrate the holidays, some people are sticking around trying to find a job. From defending the law to being charged with breaking it, a Killeen police officer is free on bond this morning after turning himself into U.S. Marshals on felony fraud charges.
Tramel Bracey is charged with Social Security fraud.
Well, it was likely Brett Favre's final NFL game, but he's been known to surprise us, of course. Heard a little Waco shout out there. Well, True Grit will be shown in select theaters throughout Central Texas this week. The first showing will be at the Starplex Galaxy 16 Theater in Waco. These ladies are amazing, many of them with arthritis, their hands aching, and they still are working on those tamales, and they make a lot of them. And a man dressed as Santa brings his holiday cheer to the dance floor. Go Santa, look at him, getting down for Christmas. The time is 6:08. Stay with News 10 this morning.
He is rocking.
Hey, I'm Lauren Westbrook. We're out here in the Haya at the Compass Bank at the intersection of Carthage and McKinney. We've been out here since 5:30 this morning, and so has this very special lady, Connie McGilvery. She's our resident banker. Connie, we just got a big donation out here. Good evening, I'm Lauren Westbrook in for Dan Ingham. Now that Cowboys rookie Des Bryant is hurt, the flashy wideout won't be putting on a show for fans anytime soon. Julie Gordon, 53-year-old Billy Joe Harris is connected to at least 10 attacks in Central and South Texas involving elderly women, including the one he was arrested for Saturday. 5 of them through DNA and 4 through evidence authorities would not discuss in a press conference this afternoon in Bell County. If you still haven't voted, you have until 7 o'clock, and that leaves you with less than an hour, so you better hurry up and get out there. You need your voter registration card or your driver's license to vote tonight. A fire chief told us that they had made 30+ swift water rescues, people waist high in their homes and on top of their vehicles off of 190 nearby. 2 words describe how Utah Harris of Gatesville feels today.
I'm free.
Free from the man she claims abused and cheated on her for 25 years of marriage. The same man authorities say is now the prime suspect in the Twilight Rapist investigation.
It's sad, sad and sick. He's a very sick person and he needs help.
Utah met Billy Joe while he was serving as an army chef.
We met in Bamberg, Germany back in 1976. He was a good guy back then.
But once she moved to the States with her new husband, he became a different man.
He started changing his attitude towards me. He used to beat me up once in a while.
In 2002, she had had enough and divorced Harris. She now lives in Gatesville, where she works as a prison guard. Harris says Texas Rangers knocked on her door Saturday and asked her questions about her ex-husband.
The only thing he would tell me was that it was about a sexual assault.
But later, Harris saw her ex-husband on the news. She had heard about the Twilight Rapist, but says never in a million years did she expect her ex-husband could be linked to such crimes.
I'm very mad, and I'm very sorry what he did to those people. And I wish I could take that back.
While the victims may be feeling some sense of relief, authorities say some are so old they feared they wouldn't live to see an arrest in this case. In Gatesville, Lauren Westbrook, News 10. Julie, we've spoken with many residents out here at the Pecan Village mobile home community as they pass by this entrance just in tears, surveying the damage from a very rough night of flooding in Nolanville.
That's my double wide over there. As you can see, there was a deck on that end. It's gone.
Overcome with emotion, 77-year-old Charles Mendenhall looks at his mobile home in Nolanville, wondering if he can salvage anything after floods came through the Pecan Village community.
That car was parked up at the office. It came down this whole street.
Earlier this morning, the Nolan Creek began to rush through the park, picking up mobile homes, cars, and anything in its path.
Power went out at 2:30, and I got up and I said, wow, it's flooded. So I go outside, I get off the porch, and the water's up to my knees.
We weren't able to get in here because there was so much water that we ended up having to call for water rescue teams from Fort Hood and from Moffett.
Mendenhall's wife spent nearly 3 hours on the roof of the office building down the street.
She had water up to about right here. They had to get out, so they went outside, and my son got a ladder, and they got up on the roof.
What was once behind me are now the 2 mobile homes that you see right here, completely moved from the other side of the park to this location. Residents and crews continue to come back all day to try and salvage anything that's left.
Our granddaughter and her husband went over now to get our medicine.
Now, when asked what the next step is, families like the Mendenhalls can't even begin to answer.
I don't know. Yeah, so We're 75 or 76 and 77 years old. We got to start all over now.
Within the past hour, we've seen Encore crews, cable companies, and all kinds of construction equipment pass by this entrance here into the community as these residents, many with no flood insurance, try to pick up the pieces of this storm. Reporting live in Nolanville, Lauren Westbrook, News 10. It's not hoorah, but it'll do.
What, Lassie? Willie's in the well.
Meet Cujo, howling like the Marines taught him to do at his new home in Lott. And meet his new parents, Valerie and Stan Parker.
We're thrilled. He's a big baby. We both fell in love with him instantly.
Cujo used to follow a group of U.S. Marines for miles and miles on excursions, waiting outside their camp at night and protecting them. Since our story aired last week, people from Waco to California have donated more than $3,000, enough for the British Nowzad Dog Rescue Program to send Cujo all the way from Afghanistan to Dallas. The Parkers picked him up yesterday.
He'd been traveling for over 3.5 days. He'd been traveling. And when we walked in there and we said his name, he started wagging his tail. The whole crate started shaking.
Was you hollering, was it?
Valerie and Stan are proud parents of a Marine and found out about Cujo on a blog. They've been in contact with Andy Lindstrom, the Marine who initiated his rescue.
Well, those boys sacrificed a lot to be doing what they were doing for us, and this is a little thing that we could do for them.
56 acres where Cujo will eventually be able to roam free, but for now he's still in training.
He don't want me to go out of his sight. That's been the thing.
He's a little jet lag, but the unique camo-coated Afghan wolfhound is finally at peace, not showing an ounce of aggression despite his upbringing in a war zone.
He has a heart as big as he is, and all he wants is for someone to love him and take care of him.
And that's exactly what the Parkers plan to do for their new pet. In Lott, Lauren Westbrook, News 10.